Hare Krishna. How not to be depressed when you are actually facing reverses in life? How not to become too proud when you get something in life? Bhagavad Gita says, have that equanimity. Be cool. Don't get too excited when something good happens. Don't get too sad when something bad happens. Is this practical at all? Let's find out, my friends. So, my friends, let me actually share with you a nice story. Let's say you have to go on a train journey, a 10-hour long train journey, and you don't have reservations. So, you get into the general compartment. Somehow or the other, you get a space to stand. The general compartment is full of people. There are all kinds of smells. It is nauseating. It is very troubling. What to speak of sitting? You cannot even properly stand. You are standing on one leg and holding on with the top rails with one hand with your luggage. It's very, very difficult, right? It is very, very troublesome, right? At that time, if someone gives you a seat to sit on, you will be very happy. You'll be very excited. And if you lose that seat, if that person says, no, I have just been to the bathroom, you need to give my seat back, you'll again be depressed, right? So, my friends, now let us take about the second train journey that you will go through. Again, but this time the difference is that you have won a contest, and let's assume that that you are a big fan of Deepika Padukone, and you have won a contest because of which you get to spend 15 minutes with Deepika. Deepika has sent you a personal message saying that you are my biggest fan and I would like to thank you. I would like to see you. Please come over to Mumbai and let's actually have a chat. Right? And seeing this, you again jump into the first train available. Reservation or no reservation, that doesn't matter to you. Again, you get into the same general compartment. And again, like before, you had all kinds of noises, stinking smells, no place to even stand properly. Right? But are you now depressed? Or are you now actually tensed up? Maybe you are still actually uncomfortable, but your mind is full of anticipation. Your mind is happy at the very thought of meeting Deepika. So all the discomfort of the train journey doesn't seem to affect you. So much so that if someone says, my next stop is coming, I have to get down, please sit down. You might sit down for sure, but will you actually be on top of the world just because you got a seat? No, you won't be. Because your happiness is coming from that thought of meeting Deepika, not on getting the seat or losing the seat. So, my friends, in the same way, we can actually lead our lives not by thinking about Deepika, but about having a deep connection with Lord Krishna, with God. When we develop this deep connection, when our mind is immersed in the thoughts of Krishna, the ups and downs that we will face in our lives pale away into insignificance. You will not get too depressed if, for example, you lose a job. You will not again start jumping up with joy just because you got a hike in your job. Because your happiness is not coming from the job or how the others treat you, but your happiness is coming by your absorption into the thoughts of Lord Krishna, of God. And because you have developed this higher taste with Lord Krishna, the so-called happinesses of this world don't seem to really excite you. Because you have developed this strong connection with Krishna, you have developed that higher taste with Krishna, the so-called miseries of this world do not really ruffle you. We see this in the lives of great devotee saints. For example, Tukaram Maharaj of Maharashtra. He was a very, very wealthy merchant. He lost everything by other greedy traders. He was almost penniless. He had a family to maintain. He had so much trouble in maintaining his family. But he never got depressed. Rather, he was full of joy. Where is that joy coming from? Where is that strength coming from for Tukaram Maharaj to face all the reversals in his life? That by his deep, strong bond that he had made with his deity Panduranga Vithala. In Bhagavad Gita, there is one wonderful shloka which talks about developing a higher taste and in such a way that all the other ups and downs of life fitter away. This is from 2nd chapter, 59th verse. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, the taste for sense objects remains. But ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. One who has tasted the beauty of Supreme Lord Krishna in the course of his advancement in Krishna consciousness no longer has a taste for dead material things. So my friends, let us also develop this higher taste of bhakti, of connection with Krishna. And the easiest way to do that is to expose ourselves to the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Consider taking one right away. If you have it already, please gift it to your dear ones. You can also sponsor a set of Bhagavad Gitas which actually ISKCON would distribute in tribal areas of India, in hospitals, schools or jails, or to people who cannot afford them. You will be contributing in this mission of spreading Bhagavad Gita and its knowledge. Your money will go for printing and publishing of the books, and you will get this wonderful knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So details in the link below. Do check it out. Hare Krishna.